The drama surrounding Alexa Grasso and Maycee Barber didn't just deliver a fight, it delivered a moment so violent, so precise, and so unforgettable that it instantly carved its place into the brutal history of mixed martial arts. This wasn't just a clash of contenders. This was a collision of momentum, confidence, and technical evolution, where one fighter arrived sharpened to perfection, and the other walked into a storm she simply could not escape. From the very first exchange, there was tension in the air. Barber came in aggressive, carrying the confidence of a rising contender on a strong run, her footwork active, her presence commanding. She wasn't there to survive, she was there to impose. But what she didn't fully account for was the calculated calmness of Grasso, a fighter who had clearly rebuilt herself after setbacks, refined her timing, and entered this bout with something to prove. There was no hesitation in her movements, no wasted energy. Every step, every feint, every twitch of her shoulder was part of a larger design. And then came the moment that changed everything. It wasn't a wild exchange or a chaotic scramble. It was clean, surgical, a perfectly timed left straight shot right down the center, threading through Barber's defense like it had been rehearsed 1,000 times. In that split second, the fight shifted from competitive to catastrophic. Barber's body reacted before her mind could catch up. Her balance faltered, her awareness dimmed, and yet her arms still moved instinctively. Reaching, searching, trying to stay present in a fight that was already slipping away. Grasso saw it instantly. There was no pause, no second guessing, just pure, unfiltered killer instinct. A right hook followed, sharp and decisive, snapping into Barber's jaw and shutting down whatever resistance remained. In that instant, Barber went limp. The energy drained from her body as if someone had flipped a switch. The arena may have still been roaring, but inside the cage, everything slowed down into a chilling sequence of inevitability. And still, Grasso did not stop. As Barber's body began to collapse, Grasso moved with the precision of a predator, wrapping around her opponent, securing position, and locking in a rear-naked choke with frightening efficiency. It was almost surreal. Barber was already unconscious, or dangerously close to it, and yet the submission tightened, sealing the moment with an exclamation point that made the entire sequence feel even more devastating. There was no resistance, no struggle, just the eerie stillness of a fighter completely overtaken. The referee stepped in quickly, recognizing the severity of the situation, but what followed only added to the unsettling nature of the finish. Barber rose, but not with awareness. Her body moved on instinct alone, grappling with the referee as if still trapped in the fight. It was autopilot, a disconnected reaction that showed just how deeply she had been hurt. And then, just as suddenly, she faded again, collapsing into unconsciousness once more, her body unable to keep up with the trauma it had just endured. It was a moment that forced everyone watching to confront the raw reality of the sport. The camera lingered, perhaps longer than it should have, capturing the stillness, the uncertainty, the concern etched across faces both inside and outside the cage. This wasn't just a highlight, it was a reminder of the fine line fighters walk every time they step into competition. The danger isn't theoretical, it's immediate, it's real. And yet, within that brutality, there was something else. Grasso, standing victorious, didn't celebrate wildly or lose herself in the moment. Instead, she knelt beside Barber, showing a level of respect that spoke volumes about her character. It was a striking image, one fighter recovering from a devastating knockout, the other waiting, almost protectively, ensuring her opponent was okay. Doctors moved in, the arena buzzed with tension, but Grasso's focus remained on the human being in front of her, not just the opponent she had defeated. That contrast, violence and respect, destruction and discipline, is what defines martial arts at its core. Technically, the fight told an even deeper story. Barber's approach, while aggressive, revealed a critical vulnerability.
She relied heavily on looping hooks and defensive movements that leaned away from incoming strikes, but Grasso exploited that gap with ruthless efficiency. Straight punches beat looping shots, and Grasso proved it over and over again. That left straight wasn't a lucky strike, it was a pattern, something she had been building toward throughout the fight. Barber's attempts to defend with shoulder rolls and reactive movement worked against hooks, but they left the center line exposed. And against a striker as precise as Grasso, that's a fatal flaw. Each time Barber tried to pull away instead of stepping out, she gave Grasso the exact opening she needed. It was a technical breakdown happening in real time, culminating in one of the cleanest knockouts in recent memory. For Grasso, this wasn't just a win, it was a statement so loud that the entire division had no choice but to listen. And now, the question shifts to you. After witnessing a finish this brutal, this precise, and this unforgettable, where does Alexa Grasso go next? Can Maycee Barber recover from a loss like this and come back stronger? Or will this moment define her career moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your predictions for the division, and if you enjoyed this deep breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next breakdown of the biggest moments in combat sports.